guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to 한쌈 한국어. If you don't know what the 한쌈 한국어 is, go and check for my last video. There are some playlists, I made it. There are tons of native Korean expressions in my video. Even if you have zero knowledge about Korean language and Korean words, even if you don't understand what this means, just, turn on my video like a radio. As I said, if you don't know me, just please go check for my first video. I was explaining why I started this channel, comparing my experiences when I learned English. So even though my English is not perfect, I try to use English to explain because like when I learn English, Korean is also at first it might sound very difficult, but like as time goes by and as keep listening what I'm said in Korean, your ears get used to this. So please just enjoy my video, okay? So, okay, let's start for today's story. Today's I bring fun expressions of related emotions. It's a little bit tricky to explain, but you know that emotions that something doesn't feel right, uncertain and weird feelings. And we have exactly that feeling in Korean, so I'm gonna use that. So let's start our story today. 아니 며칠 전에 친구가 고민이 있다면서 나한테 고민 상담 좀 하고 싶다는 거야. 내 의견 좀 듣고 싶다고. 근데 내가 완전 대문자 F인 사람이어가지고 원래는 완전 친구 편에서 얘기해주거든. 근데 이번 고민은 조금 객관적으로 말해줘야 될 것 같은 거야. 왜냐면 조금 심각한 문제였거든. 그래서 약간 진짜 이성적인 T처럼 말해줬어. 완전 객관적으로. 그랬더니 갑자기 친구 얼굴이 조금 안 좋아지면서 말이 없어지는 거야. 순간 아차 싶더라고. 어쨌든 여차저차 각자 집에 갔는데 친구랑 헤어지고 이거 영 찝찝한 거야. 근데 괜히 그랬나 싶고 친구한테 그냥 좋게 말해줄 걸 그랬나? 좀 후회도 되고. 그래서 결국 며칠 뒤에 친구한테 전화했잖아. 아니 내가 그날 너한테 도움 주고 싶어서 솔직히 말했는데 내가 너무 너 기분 나쁘게 했나? 하면서 내가 걱정된다고 전화를 했거든? 그랬더니 친구가 뭐랬는 줄 알아? 오히려 그렇게 말해줘서 고마웠대. 자기도 사실 알았는데 누군가 그렇게 말해줄 사람이 필요했다나 뭐래나. 아무튼 나 그 소리 듣고 진짜 한숨 돌렸어. 역시 친한 친구 사이에는 진심을 알아주는 법인가 봐. 괜히 걱정했잖아. Alright, so this time especially I pretended like I'm talking to really my friends. So you are my diary and at the same time you're my best friend. I hope you can feel this vibe from me. Anyway, so this time I'm gonna say that my story again with a little bit of English. But as I said, don't need to translate word by word. Just, feel the vibe. This story started with like this. 며칠 전에 친구가 나한테 고민이 있다면서 고민 상담을 하고 싶어 했는데 A few days ago, my friend told me they wanted to take some advice and want to share some serious with me. 근데 내가 좀 F여가지고 대문자 F여서 원래 완전 친구 편에 서서 말해주거든? 근데 이번에는 조금 객관적으로 말해줘야 될 것 같아서 T처럼 말했다. In this point, I think I need to explain a little more about the background. If you're not familiar with MBTI, it's a personal test that's super popular in Korea. Everyone talks about this. Even when the first time somebody's meet, we say, "Hi, so what's your MBTI?" Yeah, it's kind of a typical question nowadays. So let me explain real quick. When I say I'm F person, F is an abbreviation of feeling. So if I say I'm F person, I'm more like make decisions by feelings. Like I just want to support my friends and be on their side no matter what, based on my feelings. But the opposite is T person. T is abbreviation of thinking. Someone made decisions by logical and objective thinking. So that's person T. So in here, I'm usually an F-type person, so I usually support my friends and be on their side no matter what. But this time, because the problem sounds serious, so I acted like a T person. So I acted logical and objective way, trying to be rational. 근데 그랬더니 친구 표정이 조금 안 좋아지면서 갑자기 말이 없는 거야. 순간 아차 싶더라고. This one is that as you can expect, when I say that, my friend's face suddenly changed and be quiet. 순간 아차 싶더라고. That was kind of a uh-oh moment. 그렇게 친구랑 헤어지고 집에 오는데 이거 진짜 엄청 찝찝한 거야. After we say goodbye, I was on my way back home and I couldn't shake this uncomfortable feelings. 이거 괜히 그랬나 싶고 그냥 친구 편 들어줄 걸 그랬나 후회도 좀 되고 괜히 그랬나 싶고 it's our second expression. It's like should I have to say something differently like F person? And then I just be on her side supporter? I was really regretting it. 그래서 며칠 뒤에 친구한테 전화해가지고 물어봤어. 그날 기분 나빴냐고. 내가 너 도움되려고 그렇게 말했던 건데 좀 걱정돼서 전화했다고. So a few days later, I called my friend and said, did I upset you on that day? I was trying to help you, so I thought I need good words to you. But then I realized that might have hurt your feelings, so I feel sorry. 그랬더니 친구가 뭐라는 줄 알아? 오히려 그렇게 말해줘서 고마웠대. 사실 그게 맞는 말인데 누구한테 그런 소리를 듣고 싶었대나 뭐래나. And guess what she said? She thanked me. She said, honestly, I'm right and she just needs someone to say it to her. 아무튼 그 소리 듣고 한숨 돌렸어. This is our third expressions today. So after hearing that, I feel relieved. 역시 진짜 친구 사이에는 진심이 전해지는 법인가 봐. 괜히 걱정했잖아. So when you are so close, 진짜 친구 사이에는 when you are so close, 진심이, your sincerity 전해지는 법인가 봐. Always comes through. 괜히 걱정했잖아. I was worried for nothing. Okay, so the first one, 찝찝하다. This is when something feels off. Like, it's not a huge problem, but you can't just stop thinking about it. Imagine like you send a text message to your friends and they read it and they don't reply at all. Like for hours. And then you're like, did I say something wrong? Did they upset? Yes, this is 찝찝하다 feeling. Something doesn't feel right, but you don't know why. That is 찝찝하다. I was about to text my crush. I meant to say, do you like pizza? But thanks to autocorrect, pizza turned into penis. Of course, I deleted right away, but I still feel so uneasy. Like, what if she saw it? That feeling? That's 찝찝하다. You ever start walking and suddenly your shoe feels weird? Like there's something inside? So you take it off, shake it out, and nothing. But it still feels weird. Every step just feels off and now I can't think about anything else. 찝찝하네. 찝찝하다. 찝찝하다. So next we have 괜히 그랬나? 괜히 그랬나? Yeah, I think this is the right facial expression. 괜히 그랬나? So this is what we say when we regret something right after we're doing this. I thought it was a good idea at the time, but no. As you can see, I raised my bang so I cannot, see properly. While I'm doing this, like all of a sudden, one day at, for example, like 3 a.m., I just decided to cut my bang again because I thought maybe I look more cute. I cut my bang and then I look into the mirror and oh my god, 이거 괜히 그랬나? What did I did? I was just casually scrolling through someone's Instagram, deep diving for no reason. And then, boom, I accidentally liked a photo from like 2015. 2015! I unliked it so fast, but they know. Now I'm just sitting here thinking, 괜히 그랬나? I joked about my friends getting lost all the time. It was funny. Everyone laughed, except her. She just gave me that awkward haha and went silent. And now I'm just like, 괜히 그랬나? Maybe I brought back some bad memories. 괜히 그랬나? 괜히 그랬나? The last one is 한숨 돌리다. This is when you can finally relax after something stressful. So in today's story, we have like a big worrism about something, and then after solving the problem and after you figure out there's nothing to worry about then, and then you can say 한숨 돌리다. Imagine you have a huge important exam. So you spend the whole week drinking coffee, not sleeping, and then it's finally over. The moment you walk out of the classroom, you say, 이제야 한숨 돌리겠네. 한숨 돌리다. Just finished my final exam. Honestly, I have no idea if I passed. But you know what? It's over. That's all that matters. Okay. 이제 한숨 돌렸다. If I failed, that's a problem for future me. You know, when you're running to catch the elevator and the doors are just about to close, you do that little wait hand wave and someone actually holds it for you. I step in, panting, nod like, thanks bro, and just, 한숨 돌렸다. Thank God, I did not want to take the stairs. 한숨 돌리다. 한숨 돌리다. Okay, so let's quickly review what we learned today. Number 1, 찝찝하다. When something just feels off and keeps bothering you. 2, 괜히 그랬나? When you immediately regret doing something. Number 3, 한숨 돌리다. When you finally relieved after a stressful moment. So today we learned some tricky and uncertain feelings in Korean word, and I really wonder how do you express these feelings in your language? Please leave me in the comment because I want to learn your language too. Also, was this episode is too easy or too bad or too good? I want to hear from you because your feedback helps me a lot. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you like my video, please put the like and subscribe and push the bell button. So until next time, 안녕!